Yakima.
Yakima Skyrise rooftop tent.
It's the medium size, fits 3 people or bigger. So let's open it up and have a look.
Right on.
Here you go. I don't think I need that. Shall we read the instructions?
Okay, so I've got your standard cover here, which is a nice cover. Looks like it's got some added features with some corner snaps. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. And some zippers too, which is different on the corners. So we'll see how that goes. So in with the Yakima kit, you get your telescopic ladder. Here is your bag of hardware that mounts your ladder to the rooftop tent. And of course you've got your standard, and we'll see if they are, standard rooftop tent poles. And they are, just your standard rooftop tent poles. So one of the things I've noticed right away with this Yakima Skyrise tent is that it's not your traditional fabric that they're using like you would see in, let's say, a Tepui, a Smittybilt, Easy On. It's actually made out of like a actual ground tent fly material, not just standard canvasy feeling that you would have in your other name brand tents. This is probably because they want to try and reach more of a lightweight product to put onto, let's say, a Santa Fe SUV vehicle. This could be cool. They're going to hit a really cool market with this product, and I could see why they've designed it this way. And they did the Velcro, not the zipper. Velcro color. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Assemble here. Release the zipper there. Find the product inside the tent. Their mounting system is really different. This is really cool. Most rooftop tents, actually all rooftop tents that I know of, have got that long aluminum extrusion. They give you 2 pieces. They give you the choice of mounting it one direction or the other. With the little black caps and your bolting mounting brackets. Yakima has, you know how they are, they're really good for all of their roof racks. They're known for it worldwide. And they came up with a really neat mounting system. This is going to be adjustable this way, so you find the placement of your actual rack system on your vehicle. And it actually has some keys that you can lock the product into your roof rack. There's no bolts or nuts or anything for you to unscrew and get it stolen. So they've really put some thought into this. I'm really interested and really curious once we get this thing mounted, how it's all going to fit. So first of all, we're going to determine the direction that you want the tent to open. To the back, driver's side, or passenger side?
So it's square.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
Well, the side doesn't matter. You just flip it around.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it off the back, it changes the direction if I'm going this way or if I'm going this way on the mounting.
What do you think is the most practical?
Well,
based on your experience?
Well, with the height of yours,
yeah,
of your rack, going off the back is not feasible because you won't be able to get to the back gate.
Okay.
So what I would do is go off
passenger?
Typically the driver's side, because when you pull into a campsite, when you back in, if you open on the passenger side, your tent's going to open where the fire pit is, typically, or the picnic table, which gets in your way. So we like to fit rooftop tents, our rooftop tents, to open on the driver's side, so that when you back into a campsite, you're not going to be in the way of the fire pit or the picnic table. It gives you more room to move around, to cook in, and whatever. So that's what all of our 3 rigs do right now, is we open on a driver's side. Just because if you do go camping in a paid campsite, then you'll be okay. Okay, so we found a direction. These are actually going to be mounted right in here, like so. Both sides, here and here, there and there. Just show you. Like that. Because his crossbars are going this way. Okay? And you want to make sure that you expose the handles, the T-handles, on the exterior of your rooftop tent. Don't put them like this. That's redundant. It's not going to work at all. So here's the, like I said before, here's your keyhole to lock it into place. This handle actually is going to open your clamp, and when it's set, you tighten it as hard as you can until you get into position, and then you will lock that. So now you can see where these pre-drilled holes are. All right, good. Perfect. Oh, if you have Yakima round bars, you must use the included. Okay. Because these rubbers here give you more of a square fit.
Like he has on his roof rack, the 410 Adventure Tundra's got square bars. If you have Yakima round bars,
you have to use this special adapter that allows you to lock this into place and it won't move on you. So this is what they supply for you. It's kind of neat. Good job. So it's nice, the holes are pre-drilled for you. Makes it super simple. Like all rooftop tents, what you got to do is you take the square nut and you slide it into this tiny little hole here. That's your slide rail. And that's what's going to do is it's going to keep the nut from spinning on you when you're putting this bolt from the inside. This bolt here is actually nice and flat, and it does have the Allen key, which is going to be a bit of a bugger because if I was at an angle, it's easier to do it because I got to feed my hand inside here in between in order to tighten things down. You just got to find the hole.
and then you're just going to have to find afterwards your the nut you put in.
It's a bit of a bugger. There we go.
Found it. Found it.
I actually didn't have to loosen these up here. You probably would if you had to put some of the bolts over here, but in this case they could have just stayed, but we're going to have to adjust them afterwards once we put them on the truck.
Okay, so now we've got the first rail on. After doing the first one, I can see how very simple it is to install this. Everything's pre-drilled for you. Everything's predetermined.
They've really thought this through.
So what's nice about this mattress in this is it's got the vapor barrier for moisture. When we sleep in tents and sleeping bags, your body just sweats and all that moisture goes straight down to the bottom. So if you have never looked underneath your mattress in your rooftop tent after a weekend, take a look and you'll see 2 moist spots on each side depending on how people slept in your tent. Just a word of caution, you might have to let that air out once in a while.
All right, so now we're ready to install the tent on the Tundra here. And that's my finger. There. Okay.
How does the step stool come down? Do you just push on it?
Yeah, push on it. Give it a push. Be smarter than the step, yeah.
It's not that. It's just if I break it, I'll feel awful.
Okay. So another thing I've noticed on these sets of nuts and bolts, they're a lot bigger than the ones that you traditionally get with other rooftop tent manufacturers. They're a nice Allen key bolt. You got your lock nuts and your washers. Stainless steel. Gotta be stainless steel or else they'll rust. Now your mounting brackets here, same thing. You always want the arrow pointing inside the tent, not like this. You know, that's ridiculous. So you have to come out like this, both sides. Okay. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to mount the brackets on. Leave them loose so you have some adjustment that when you put the ladder on, then you can tighten everything afterwards. So put your washer on the bolt first, and then you're going to feed it through. And then the same thing with the other one.
Yeah, definitely not.
Did you get a different one? Like if you replaced yours?
Oh, did you? Oop. All right, so now I've got this ladder installed, so now everything's fitting okay. Now I can tighten everything down, because if you pre-tighten everything, your brackets here might not work, might not fit in between the two brackets. So now we're good, and we can tighten down. So you'll see here, everything is clamped, so the square rubber clamp system here, we're able to turn the handle, and Steve's got the keys, so he can actually lock these so that they won't get stolen. And we'll do one right now. Okay, let's see this thing opened up.
Okay, nice. Later.
Okay, so now you see where the holes will go. Right in here into your little, it goes through the fabric. Right here, you put your poles in. We'll get just two in to show. Find the hole, pull it through, and now you've got your side window. We have a nice skylight window. There we go. There's the Yakima Skyrise tent. It's a nice looking tent. The fabric, the mounting system is what got me right away. Really cool, unique. I bet you it's even patent, so good job on that. It locks with a key. You can't steal it. Super simple. The time it took for us to install this is about half the time that it took me to install my other rooftop tent that I had on my JK. So I think it's going to hit a really good market. Good job. Nice cover, corner zips, nice extra straps to tighten it down. You can see right away that it's compressed a lot smaller than your traditional rooftop tents because of the fabric. The fabric for this is more of a lightweight. We'll write down below here what the cordura or what the thickness of that ripcord is for this material. The bag I like. It's soft rubber. It's easier to work with. It's more flexible. And I'm really impressed with the bag. Really good job on the bag. So that's it. There's the Yakima Skyrise full install. And make sure you head on over to Raven Truck Accessories. They are now in stock, ready to roll.